Last 2 days, we were simplifying expressions by factoring. Simplifying, rewriting it in simplest terms. Expressions because there was no equal signs. Today we're going to solve quadratic equations by factoring. So equation, you should see an equal sign in all of these. And solving means you're actually going to find the value of x that makes the equation true. We've done this a couple times in some geometry worksheets, but now we'll do it on this one. At the top, you have the 3 steps. Step 1, what's it tell you to do? Your GCF, right? Okay, before that, you want to make sure your equation is set equal to 0. Step 0.5, so that comes before 1. Okay. Before you even take out your GCF, you have to make sure the equations are set equal to 0. Then you take out your GCF. And then you factor whether it's a trinomial or a binomial. Okay? Number 1, x squared minus 144 equals 0. Is it set equal to 0? Is there a GCF? No. Binomial or trinomial? Binomial. Sum or difference? Difference. Is x squared a perfect square? Is 144? So this is a difference of 2 squares. To factor that, you take the square root of each term and then connect them with a plus and a minus. What's the square root of x squared? How about 144? And then it'd be plus 12 and minus 12. That's factoring it. That's what we did yesterday. Now we're trying to find the x value that would make the original equation true. Hang on a second. This times this equals 0. If you multiply 2 things and get 0, one of them has to be what? 0. So that's called your zero product property. You take what's on the inside of the parentheses and set them both equal to 0, and you should get 2 answers. Subtract 12 over, x equals negative 12. Add 12 over, and you should get x equal 12. If you substitute these 2 values back into the original, it should make it true. If I plug negative 12 in, what's negative 12 squared? 144. What's 144 minus 144? 0. If I square positive 12, will it work still? Yes. Okay, that's how you can check your answers. You can take what you get, and with the help of a calculator, put it into the original equation and see if it comes out as 0. You can do that sometimes, but not always. All right, number 2. Is it set equal to 0? GCF? Okay, then let's just factor it. Val, what are my signs going to be? Good. Since the first 2 are plus plus, then I know these ones have to be plus plus. Dawson? Numbers that multiply to 36 but will add up to 15. Good, 3 and 12. 3 times 12 is 36. 3 plus 12 gives me 15. Once you have it factored, set what's on the inside of the parentheses equal to 0. And you get the solutions of x equals negative 3 and x equals positive 12. When you plug those back in, you would get 0. Oh, touche. There you go. Thanks. Today, the 2 answers that you get should always work when you plug it in. Okay? If we were like referring to this in geometry, and if my x value represented a side length, that's when you have to worry about the negatives and stuff. But today, your negatives should be okay. Let's jump to number 6. 4x squared plus 21x minus 18 equals 0. Is it set equal to 0? Yes. Do we have a GCF? That's not how we're doing it. No, we have no GCF. Okay, so then we're just going to factor it. You want to use 4 and 1 or 2 and 2? Okay. Now they need to multiply to 18. Don't worry about these signs right now because we've got a bunch of other stuff that we have to take into account. So what two numbers will multiply to 18? Okay. That would give me 12 and 6. Will that make 21? No. It won't matter if I move my 6 or 3 around. No. Okay. Anything else that multiplies to 18? 4 and 18. Close. 1 and 18? That'd give me 2 and 36. Okay. Super close. So we tried all the factors of 18. What should I fix? The 2 and 2. Let's try 4 and 1 now. With 2 and 2, none of those combinations work, so we're going to go back and change it to 4 and 1. What do you want to try again for 18? 6 and 3? 6 and 12. Switch the 6 and 3? So I go 3, then 6? Yeah. So this would be 3 and then 24? I got to make it minus 3. 24 minus 3 would give me that positive 21. So since my 3 is negative, that's where the minus sign goes. Why can't I make 6 negative? Because then that's negative 24, but I need a positive 21. If it was negative 24 plus 3, Sarah, that would be negative 21. So I need to make it 24 minus 3 so I get that positive 21. Okay? We're not done yet, though, because we're solving today. We actually have to figure out what the x values are. So take now what's on the inside and set it equal to 0. 4x minus 3 equals 0. X plus 6 equals 0. Add 3 over. 4x equals 3. Divide by 4 and you get 3/4. Subtract 6 and you get negative 6. Well, it's up to you if you want to check them or not. That's how you know if you get 100. These ones will work. We checked them this morning. Questions on solving? You're just doing one more thing than you did the last 2 days. You're setting them equal to 0 now and getting your x values. You're good? The rest of this worksheet's your homework.